everyone, Lucamus Prime here, so it's time for another LEGO DC Superruns Capture Freeman Contra. Today it's going to be for my favourite superhero, Superman. So let's start with his alter ego Clark Kent first.
I have a feeling something newsworthy is about to happen.
So here we of course have his alter ego Clark Kent. Now, I was very surprised that they brought back, Clark Kent as a playable character in this game, considering, the game is focused on the villains really. I thought we'd just include Superman. But it seems to have brought back Clark Kent, which I'm happy with because Clark is a playable character in both LEGO Batman 2 and 3 and this game, yeah, so that's great. Didn't appear in LEGO Dimensions though. And he's got a different hairpiece too. It's not got the significant S curl like the Superman hairpiece, has it? It's different. Probably to add to the disguise wheel, so what can he do? Well, he can go around because he's of course strong. And doesn't fly because he's in disguise as a human, so he's pretending he can't fly. But he also still has his heat vision and his ice breath. One thing I didn't like about having another Kryptonians in this game is that their heat and ice abilities are cycling the whole day, rather than it being two buttons, and they really disappoint with it, because it's pretty annoying when you want to certain one and it gives you the wrong one. But when you do target a certain object which requires a specific ability, it does switch to that one automatically, so that's helpful. One thing I've noticed though is that in previous games when he uses his heat vision, he used to take off his glasses, whereas in this he doesn't, so like, look, see what I mean? Either he's wearing lensless glasses or his heat vision going through his lenses. That's weird. And if you're wondering who the voice actor is for Clark Kent / Superman, it is Travis Willingham who voices him. And he's voiced him in all the LEGO games. I'd say he's definitely the default LEGO voice of Superman without a doubt. Does a great job as him too, yeah. They nailed his voice actor, yeah. He's voiced in LEGO Batman 2 and 3 and also in LEGO Dimensions and of course this game, yeah. But in certain LEGO films, he's voiced by Nolan North and he does a great job as a character as well. He's also voiced in Young Justice too. Let's read Clark Kent's profile now. I jumped then because if you hold Y it turns to Superman. So yeah, Clark Kent has detective mode, electricity protection, fire protection, toxic gas protection, I think toxic ooze there as well, ice, heat, super strength, smash walls, transform, X-ray vision, that's it. The sequel alter ego of Superman, Clark was raised in Smallville by his adopted parents and now works as a mild-mannered news reporter for the Daily Planet. Clark's early access to the news allows him to hear about potential disasters and act in time to save the day as Superman. First appeared in Action Comics issue 1 in 1938, so awesome. He goes up and celebrating his 84th anniversary. I've been on for more than 80 years, that's amazing. And yeah, I love how Clark actually has dialogue in Hub World, free roam, as opposed to just in cutscenes, which is great, really. New addition to the game, really. So now let's transform into Superman. So we've got to hold down on X for this. Here's a telephone box, and here he is.
Anyone need some help? That's why I'm here.
Here he is, guys, my favourite superhero, Superman. Superman's been a big part of my life, and I'm so glad, he's been in LEGO form, yeah. I love his new costume. It's based on Rebirth, which is pretty amazing, very greatly designed. I also love how on his cape he's got the yellow S, reminds me of Christopher Reeve's take on Superman, and how he's been LEGO Batman 2 as well. So what can Superman? Well, of course he attacks, and he rips up the ground, throws it, yeah. And just like Clark, he has heat vision and ice breath and detective mode, yeah. And of course he flies. And imagine a game where you can fly, eh? That'd be pretty annoying, wouldn't it? And of course it's Travis Willingham voicing him, yeah. So, you probably wondering who my favourite voice actor for Superman is. It's George Newbern, who's voiced the role since the Justice League cartoons in the early 2000s, part of my childhood. And he's voiced him in many things ever since, like a movie called Superman vs. the Elite, which is a great film, I love that film. And also in the Injustice games, does a great job in those games, without a doubt. And there's numerous others along the line as well. Like the Batman show, which was part of my childhood. And I also like Tim Daly, who voiced him in the DC Animated Universe, starting of course with the Superman animated series and then onward. But he couldn't voice him in the Justice League show because he was unavailable, I think, because he was starring in a TV show and he couldn't have time to play his role as Superman. Although he did return to a role in movies such as Public Enemies and Apocalypse, which are great DC movies. So that's pretty good that we got in there, yeah. It's a shame that him and George didn't come out for this game, considering the game bringing out lots of actors from the animated universe, isn't it? It's a bit of a shame, really, but Travis does a great job. And I also, as well, in terms of voice actors, I also like Mark Harmon, whose voice role in animated movies as well. I also like Jerry O'Connell as him, even though I prefer him as Shazam. I like him as Superman too, in the DC animated movie universes. They're really good films, yeah. And now, in terms of live action, my number one favourite live action Superman has to definitely be the great Christopher Reeve, may he rest in peace, yeah. Played a role in 4 movies. My favourite one has to be Superman 2, especially Richard Donnercut. I prefer that over a normal one. Yeah, Richard Donnercut is the normal one to me anyway. And even though I don't like Superman 4 Quest for Peace, it's probably one of the worst movies of all time, I'll still give it a watch because it's Christopher Reeve's final film of Superman, even though he didn't like it. He said in an interview, the less what we say about it, the better. Implying that he didn't like it. Because he was originally done with playing the role after Superman 3, but he came back for that film, yeah. It also be a second favourite, it'd have to be Henry Cavill. I'll be talking more about Henry's take on Superman when I play as his version later in the game. But yeah, I'll say it's my second favourite after Christopher Reeve. I also love Brandon Routh as him in Superman Returns as well, and of course the game based on the film. Yeah, even though that movie isn't really the best Superman film, I'd say it's quite underrated. I think he did a great job as Superman, even though he was meant to be, you know, Christopher Reeve, like, incarnation of him. But he did a great job as the character, he played him so well. And I really enjoyed that film when I was a kid. Such a great film. Which I thought of, yeah. And it's amazing, you know, how much he resembled Christopher Reeve. I mean, even Christopher Reeve's wife Dana said that Brandon looked like her late husband. So, yeah, that's pretty great, isn't it? Yeah. I'm also planning on binge watching Smallville to watch Tom Welling's take on the role, see how good he is. Because I imagine he is great as Superman. As for Oliver, I also like Tyler Hoechlin as him as well. He does a great job as a character in the Supergirl show, and also it was great seeing him come back in Elseworlds as well, which was so great. And he's coming back in Crisis on Infinite Earths too. Very excited for that. And also Tom Welling is Superman, and also Brandon Routh playing the Kingdom Come Superman, so that's pretty awesome. Now this isn't the only Superman costume in the game, there's also the Justice League version, so let's show that. Oh, hold on, well.
The fight for truth and justice continues.
Yeah, that's Travis. So yeah, not very different to Rebirth version, so it's based on how he's been in previous games. This is basically his LEGO Dimensions costume, because it's missing the S on the cape. But he's got the new Superman hairpiece, which he's had since the Batman vs Superman set, LEGO sets. And nothing different, just the exact same abilities, really. But yeah. Oh, there's Clark. So yeah, let's play as the normal Superman. You probably wouldn't have how to unlock suits in the game. Well, it's very easy to just play through the game, because you unlock him 3/4 of the way into the story, because the game's focused on the villains, but you do get to play as a hero towards the end of the game, so that's great. You unlock Superman towards the end of the game for free, and you don't get to buy him or anything, so that's amazing. So now we talk about what Supes can do in the game with voice and high unlocking. Let's take a look at the character profile and read it. Known, of course, as Kal-El or Clark Kent, plays for the Justice League. So we've got Detective Mode, Flight, immune to fire and toxic gas and goo, Heat, Hyper Jump, Ice, Super Strength, Smash Wall, Security Access, Transform, everything. Here's a camera. Let's take a selfie with Agent Smith. Where is he? There he is. Can I pause, Smith? Smith? Thank you. Now let's read his profile. Having escaped the destruction of his home planet Krypton, the infant Kal-El arrived on Earth and was named Clark by the time farmers who found him. Discovering that the Earth's yellow sun gave him incredible powers, Kal began to fight for truth and justice as Superman, the Man of Steel. First appeared in Action Comics issue 1 in 1938, of course, same as Clark Kent before, so he decided to his 84th anniversary in 2022, so that's amazing. Just to me showing you Superman in LEGO Supervillains, yeah, great character, my favourite superhero, so glad we're going back for this. So, be sure to give this video a like. Also, let me know in the comments what you think of Superman in this game replays, or you think of him in general. Also, be sure to subscribe to my channel for more videos coming in the future, and I will see you all later.